Now, you were talking to us about your background and entering real estate at 18, and
Yes.
it was really that background in
2 years
theatre.
ago.
It was really that background in theatre that allowed you to become the auctioneer that you did
Yes.
become. How do you think that influenced you and allowed you to develop?
Yeah, great question, Sam. I think with theatre, it allowed me to really learn the craft of speaking in front of people. There's two challenges when we auction. It's what we're saying, it's the dialogue, but it's also the challenges that come with public speaking. Nerves, for example, what to do with your hands. I had an advantage with that theatre background because I tested my nerves. It gave me a little bit more confidence entering that arena.
Fantastic. And obviously your business now is really around coaching up and coming auctioneers and developing their skills.
Yeah.
What is it that you think creates a great auctioneer, and what are some of the challenges that they need to overcome?
Look, I think I'll start with the challenges first. I've had a lot of conversations about this recently, especially with the auctioneers competition being on. I think the biggest challenge for people is making sure they're authentic, making sure that they develop their own auction personality. So what they're saying is what they would say to their friend. It's not rehearsed, it doesn't sound canned. And I think that if you can be really true to yourself and discover your own auction personality, then it just rings of authenticity and you can connect with the audience. So I think it answers both questions really, because the great auctioneers do that.
Of course.
And that is also the biggest challenge.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so for those people that you're training, what are the top tips that you're delivering at the moment?
I think with training, that's first, is making sure you know your own personality, how you're going to be perceived, and get that across. Secondly, there's this thing I like to call junk miles, and that's practice. So if you're a marathon runner, you've just got to do those junk miles, get the miles in the legs, and it's the same with auctioneering. You need to practice, so hours and hours, and that not only gives you the skill set, the references in your mind of, you can do it by rote, but it also gives you that level of confidence. So that's number two. And number three, I think you need to think broader than just real estate. You need to be aware of other professions and how they do things, and try and bring some of that skill set to auctioneering, so it's not so insular. So the same thing is not just rehashed every year. I hope that answers your question.
It does indeed. And so for the audience today that saw you speak, what was the main takeaway that you wanted them to get out of it?
I think for the audience that I was speaking to today, it was their greatest challenge is seeing other female auctioneers. So I think the takeaway was to really develop their own style and their own personality and not try to emulate. So I think the line that I used is, you need to create, not emulate.
Definitely.
So that would be the takeaway.
Fantastic. Well, we're here with Tonya Davidson at the REIV Connect Conference for 2015. Thank you very much, Tonya.
Thank you, Sam.
Cheers.